Buried any bodies today there, Uncle Rod?
Eh?
Buried any bodies?
No.
Not today, day off.
But, as I say, I got some the post. We use the same post where we can, but I've got some at home if we need to. But I don't want wooden posts in the. Hey yeah. Hey yeah. Put spikes in.
Yeah, well, yeah, where they're needed, like there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's straightforward enough there, Uncle Rod.
I'll see, that ain't going to last forever, is it? Oh, no, that's in there too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, as I say, just replace what's needed.
Where the post is.
Are you sure you haven't put any bodies underneath this fence?
Just keep it.
It's literally just going to be to replace the posts.
Where the posts need to be replaced, we'll replace them. But we will put the old spikes in, right?
Right, fair enough. Are you sure there's not even one body under there?
There could be, not yours thinking of. Let's go.
So, you know, when you quit the mafia,
Yeah.
did they chase you? Were you chased for a while, or was you okay?
I had to keep out of sight for a few years.
Yeah, of course.
You go about your business.
I understand. How many bodies do you reckon you buried in your time?
Well, that's not. You never talk about that. That's not life.
I understand. Yeah, where's it going?
Oh, to
Budapest.
no, it's somewhere in the somewhere where there's tropical animals, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I spoke to Dave about that trouble that he was in with you. You know, that he got in with you.
huh?
When Dave got in trouble with you, and he said he'd never do it again. But you said you really frightened him. You started talking about bodies and stuff. Going back to the olden days, eh?
Where was that then?
I don't know. He said something about you buried a load of bodies in London somewhere.
You joke, it wasn't me, you said. What are you doing?
I mean, they say use lime to bury a body. Would you suggest that from your experience?
Oh, what's wrong with it? Quick line.
You think lime's pretty good?
Oh, it dissolves everything.
Well, even the bones?
Yeah.
Teeth?
Everything.
Yeah. Have you ever had any trouble with it?
No.
No trouble at all. God, you're scaring me, Uncle Rod. I suppose if you're going to bury a body, you probably wouldn't dig it in bedrock. You go for like clay or maybe, you know, marshlands.
Oh, yeah. Somewhere where it's easy to dig.
Well, I mean, have you ever tried doing one in bedrock?
No. Never thought about that, to be honest.
No, I suppose it'd be madness, wouldn't it?
You'd have to have a pneumatic drill, and that's going to wake up the neighbours, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, Auntie Pat has always loved you there, Uncle Rod, regardless of your past, eh? What's going on?
That little kiddie there.
What an irresponsible woman.
Bloody lorry backing out on a main road. What a prat he was there. Well, he took the wrong turning, didn't he?
If he'd met you 20 years ago, do you reckon he would have been in trouble?
Oh, that lorry.
Well, the guy in it, yeah. Yeah,
If he's holding me up there. Of course, you don't take notice of the roundabout, you just see a sign saying turn right, and you think that's the one, I suppose.
What, so you never realised there was a body buried under there? It's just that when you go there, Uncle Rod, in about 43 years, I want people to know your legacy, I want your memory to go on, and I want them to know that a bad guy can become a good guy, and it doesn't matter how many bodies you buried, you can still be a nice guy at the end of it. Do you concur?
Well, you change your ways when you get older. That's fact. You want to live a peaceful life the best you can.
And one bit of advice, if you could advise anyone of your best bit of advice.
Never borrow money that you can't pay back. Simple as that.
And never bury a body in bedrock.
Never bury a body in bedrock. Not a Capri, I know.
No, I had a Capri. I think it was like a 94.
No, I don't.
Did you have a Capri?
I didn't have one, but in the 60s, they had a Capri, Ford done a sports car
Yeah.
called the Capri, you know.
What were they like? Were they?
Smart looking, you know, they're very low. And the body was more or less, the engine's size was more or less the same length as what the cab was, you know.
Yeah.
There's only like two, I suppose you get four in there. But
What, 4 bodies in there? I wondered when you was going to get to that bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's impressive. I didn't think they could hold that massive capacity. Definitely a little bit grotty. I mean, the English weather changes so fast, doesn't it?
That's right.
I suppose it's probably easier to bury bodies in moist conditions, though.
Well, and dull conditions.
Ah, dark conditions, of course.
Even better.
Ooh, that's a close one, wasn't it? Nice driving. Oh, we made it.
Yep.
What's the moral of the story there, Uncle Rod? About bodies? Don't put them all in one basket?
Don't put all your bodies in one basket. That's true. Yeah, that's good thinking. Put spikes in.